Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another night of Shamrocks Marauders Lacrosse. It is deja vu all over again. Dave Stanish along for the ride with you one more time. Come to you live from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Last time the Shamrocks were in this building, they played this Marauders club. That was back on June 7th. We had that one for you. That was a 12-4 win for the home team. They have a 12-1 record and can clinch the South Division and the bye to round 2 with a win tonight or any combination of 2 wins or Marauders losses over the next 7 weeks of games. Shamrocks in green, Marauders in gray. This is game 3 of a season series. 13-7 was the first matchup in Okotoks. Also in favor of the Shamrocks, 12-4 last night, June 7th, and the season finale again will be in Okotoks. And from what I understand, we will have that game for you from the Murray Arena in Okotoks on July 14th. Quick recovery from the Marauders. Nice takeaway and runaway for Cohen White, going back to the bench, of course. Again, Shamrocks in the green, throwing some hits. Bellaroma Pizza will be happy about that. Aiden Gorst. A little far to near. Back to the far end as he gets ready to make something happen. As we are ready and underway here on a warm Friday night. Usually the weekends aren't great, but Calgary weather's been fantastic, and the physicality in that far right corner is going to help the Marauders, each team, with a defensive takeaway in the first minute of play. Marauders come into the contest 7-6. 2 wins against the Southern Alberta Rockies since we talked to you last on June 7th. Shamrocks won 2 games in a row on the road, 10-6 over the Edmonton Warriors and 14-5 over the St. Albert Crude on their north road trip. They expect to see one of those teams at the Larry Bishop if they can win that South Division. And that's the only way they get to the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup, being held in Airdrie August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And we'll have all those games for you as well right here on CROW LAX TV. Live and on demand. Another physical battle. Lucas Crawley trying to maintain possession. He cannot. And it's a quick sprint left to right. 3-on-2. Marauders trying to avoid getting caught on a line change. Excellent work. It's inside the zone. So the Shamrocks only get the first opportunity. Looked like Aiden Gorst had a good look. The starting goalies, Ashton DeGroot for the Marauders. 827 save percentage for him. And Josh Pilsner, 79.7 for him and an 6.3 GAA. DeGroot an 8.2. So based on those averages, I don't expect a 21-20 kind of game tonight. That one off his shoulder, which resets the clock, but it also gives Ryan Polton a chance to make something happen on the other end of the floor. He'll get double teamed. Good work from Lyric Kluch and Will Hofstetter, one of the call-ups and APs in the lineup tonight for Okotoks. Behind the net, a fresh reset and a fresh start for the Shamrocks. Clayton Candy, number 10, and 21, Simon Forgeron. 21, keep them in mind. Clayton's out there right now trying to defend. Zone defense here for the Marauders. As you can see, no real lanes to the net. Everything being forced to the outside. 6 on the shot clock. A throw to the far side. They couldn't connect. They need something on net. That did not. Actually, he did hit the side of the net, which means that the play continues. A fresh 30 for Calgary. 3 minutes into a scoreless contest. Little back and forth. Trying to break in is Aaron Siege. Stolen and intercepted. Going the other way. Blake Robinson, he's got 12 goals this year. Lucky 13. Well, not yet. He's going back to the bench. Marauders in gray. First good look. Doesn't connect. Great reception by Drew Dunbar, number 2. 22 assists and 29 goals for Drew. That would have been an assist for him, but a nice stop wide of the net, so that won't count. And Josh Pilsner feels the ball. 2 games in 2 days for these Shamrocks. They'll host the Junior Mounties, also a South Division opponent, tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We'll have that one for you. Off the bounce and off the shoulder. DeGroot and Pilsner looking very solid. 4 minutes into the contest. Junior B Tier 1 action here in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. RockyMountainLAX.com for anything and everything you want to know about your favorite team. Schedule, stats, standings, stories, and other words that start with S. Rocky Mountain LAX.com. And over and back. Incidental for Will Hofstetter. Regardless, the Shamrocks want to take advantage. That one deflects off the stick. Heitkamp finds it in the air. Siege trying to match his goalie, his jersey number with 21 goals. He'll stay at 20 for the moment. Trying to cut through between 2 off the shoulder. Second chance. Good look for Siege. 2 solid saves for Ashton DeGroot. And I recognize a lot of these Okotoks fans from June 7th basically sitting in the same seats here at the Stu Peppard. To the far side. On the input is Harlow. Outside in. Frank Gallup looking for the ball. Managed to get it away. They want something. They don't get it. Technically a shot clock violation against these Marauders. Shamrocks out shooting the Marauders 5-1 at this juncture. Reset. Have we had a whistle lasting more than about a half second? Not really. That one's going to bounce off, and it'll be Marauders' possession. Plumbataria. Remember that name the next time you're looking for plumbing parts. Plumbataria is the #1 recommended retailer for repair parts in Calgary. Delta, Moan, American Standard, Kohler, CROW, Rio Bell. They have the parts you need to repair your faucet, toilet, or shower. Although none of us are really showering too much right now. And Plumbataria is more than just parts. And can these guys be more than just talk? Not yet. A little high-low doesn't fool DeGroot. They are also an all-encompassing bath and kitchen retailer with an extensive showroom and more choices than you can imagine. They all go above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction. Visit their showroom on Brandon Street Southeast, and we thank Plumbataria for their support of the Calgary Shamrocks. Again, Villaroma's loving us tonight. I think I might be heading there after the game. Still nothing on the board. 6:40 into the contest. Off the bounce. No one can find it. Couple of body checks in that far near right corner of your screen. And a fresh collection for Lachlan Fife. Gets by his man. Quick one, backhand. Excellent look for Dunbar outside the white line, and they'll get it back. I've seen the Shamrocks pull that a few times in this building, but the Marauders trying to make something happen. They got the first 2 goals when these two teams played each other. Unfortunately for them, the Shamrocks got 12 of the next 14 and won it running away. Speaking of running, McLean. And Ashton DeGroot coming up solid. His save percentage just went up. Loose ball recovery from Calgary. Little fake. Gorst waiting for some line mates. Shamrock struggled in the first period against these Marauders last time they were here. And as I just mentioned, rolled on pretty well in periods 2 and 3. We're in period 1. Nicely underway. Kluch had nowhere to go, so he'll drop it off. On the far left side of your picture, again, some strong man-to-man here from the Shamrocks. Physicality, pick set, little back Backspin. That didn't fool Pilsner. Oliver Miller. Near side. In front. Just on the outside of the white line. Hudson Isaacs looking for his 8th of the year. Big collision. Everything continues. Possession recovery for Calgary. Both teams' 14th games of the season. In like 7 weeks, the will be at provincials in Airdrie. Shamrocks would love to be hosting round 2 in 6 weeks. The second place and third place teams in each division will play 5 weeks from now, and the winners of the 3 Alberta divisions will get a bye. The top 2 in the East Division will play, and the third place team will be out. So basically the last place team in all 4 divisions will be out. Marauders would like to avoid having to play the Mounties on the road, but they'd also like to get first place. They're going to need a lot of help, but a win tonight could propel them to where they want to be. Again, DeGroot and Pilsner, 14 for 14. We're seeing some solid goalkeeping tonight. Player goes down, gets right back up again. Both 11s are out there. Kluch and Gorst. Gorst takes very short breaks. Inside, again off the big bounce. Even the referee had to get out of her own way to make sure she didn't get hit. Inside again. Lucas Harlow this time, and Pilsner stood his ground. Those quick flick one-timers. Marauders have gotten more chances in that fashion, although only credited with 3 shots on goal at this moment. But the score is tied. That's all they care about. Inside, triple teamed, but somehow the Marauders come out with possession. Up and in, knocked away. Great job from Hudson Isaacs. We'll roll all the way down. We're more than halfway through period 1. Our 50-50 raffle. You see the QR code in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We do a monthly draw. We'll do a draw on July 1st. Follow the QR code or follow us, CROW LAX TV, on Instagram or X to get more details on how you can enter the monthly 50-50 draw. You get 50%. The team in the league gets the other 50%. Off the bounce, no luck for Nolan Highcamp. Marauders wasting no time going to the other end, up and over. And again, Dunbar is denied. Looking for his 30th of the year. The Marauders can definitely get the ball down the floor very quickly. And accurate passing as well. Accurate goaltending. We're scoreless after 11 and a half minutes. This is a free game you can watch on a YouTube channel. Make sure to tell your friends, tell your family, tell the whole world. Send them the link. Tell them to subscribe. You'll get notified every time there is a game in the senior, the women's, or the junior B tier 1s that we are doing right here for you on our CROW LAX TV YouTube channel, as well as our weekly recap show. Keenan and Mohammed taking care of you there, recapping the week that was, previewing the week that is, and showing you their love for this sport. Every week, make sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you. DeGroot has seen everything all the way. If you can try to set some sort of screen, that would be an adjustment the Shamrocks should think about making. Inside, drop pass, again Dunbar. Hayden Moore this time, intercepted, and bouncing, and over and back. And the Shamrocks have to reset absolute possession, giving the Marauders a chance to make a line change. Snapshot right into the breadbasket. Nice save from DeGroot. Right where your rib cage meets, right in the middle. That's where that one went. Fortunately, a lot of equipment between the ball and DeGroot's rib cage. A little 2-on-1 action. Again, the Shamrocks have been able to take advantage more often than not for good chances on slower Marauders' defensive line changes. We'll see if that is affected in the second period because the teams will be going in the opposite direction. One of many games in the Junior B Tier 1 in this particular weekend. Again, Shamrocks at home tomorrow. Okotoks at home on Sunday. As the South Division really heats up. Central, North, and East. Not too cold either. You pick the right weekend. Outside. Off the padding and into the netting. And the play is blown down. Mid-range, a big bounce. These balls like to bounce. And in this case, it'll bounce 200 feet. Shamrocks get possession and start again. 5:40 remaining in period 1. Inside, and they score. That broke it open. I've seen games in this division 23-22, and I've seen 6-4. So who knows what tonight's going to be providing. Looked like Seth Miller. Perfection. Looked like Seth Miller got that one. Yes, he did. I got Jack McKay helping me with the camera, so hide all the Jacks fans. And Seth Miller breaks the goalless streak of 14 and a half minutes. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Working in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit work and play in Fort Saskatchewan. A drop-off for DeGroot after another save. 18-6 the shots. But this has been 50-50 in terms of excitement and quality of chances. Oof. And we're going to have our first penalty of the night coming up in just a second. That's going to go against Zane Fletcher. A cross-check defensive play a little bit too high. He's going to try to make it now. And a collection stops the play. It's going to be a Okotoks power play. Right there. But yeah, so play where every moment is memorable. Visit work and play in Fort Saskatchewan. I was just there. It's a really cool spot. Leading Edge Physiotherapy. There is a location in Calgary and several in the Edmonton area. So make sure to check out Leading Edge Physiotherapy. Miller's got his 25th, as you can hear. Oof. Fletcher got the assist before he went to the box. Some excellent work by Aiden Gorst on the PK. And a whistle. And a violation. So Shamrock ball. I think Aiden Gorst might make a very good referee. He seemed to know that rule better than anybody. A lot of these refs are former players. And they know that rule book backwards and forwards, inside and out. Interception on the power play for the Marauders. They'd love to tie the score. And again, a big save for Mr. Pilsner. Trying to find some room, intercepted. They could not reach Harlow. The other 18 saw it. Seaborn, coast to coast. Off the netting. Boy, that ball likes to bounce. Unfortunately, Isaac's just the luck of the draw. Unfortunately, over and backed himself as he was collecting the ball. When I said the referees knew the rule book, I wasn't kidding. We're having some fun tonight. Little back and forth. Gallup inside, double teamed. They'll try to go to the outside instead. Defenseman crossover pass. No luck on that. The shot clock expires. And in 1 second, the power play will expire. And in about 170 seconds, the period will expire. Shamrocks 1, Marauders 0. 5-on-5. Oh, yeah. Let's make that go away. Perfect. And another collection from DeGroot. Miller over the top, over the shoulder. Our first and only goal of the contest. All the final stats will be available on that Rocky Mountain LAX website that I mentioned. Inside, big bounce, rebound, score! Great hand-eye coordination. Max Pocharuni saw it off the bounce. And one-timed it as close as you can. And Pilsner just did not have enough time to react. Again, these Marauders have some talent. They are above 500. And if this is the South Final, it should be a lot of fun. All 3 games would be here. I am very sure, but we'd have to double check. And that would tell you something because it would also be the season finale between these 2 teams. But of course, the Okotoks Marauders would have to get past the Mounties first. And that is no guarantee. I think that semifinal Mounties Marauders would be fantastic. We'll see the Mounties here tomorrow. Snapshot off a leg. And the Shamrocks in green, left to right. Start again inside 2 minutes. Seaborn will hold back. We have a whistle behind the play. They're going to reset either the game clock or the shot clock. All right, we're going to just get a shot clock reset. Okay, minute 22, 1-2-2 on the big board. And 14, 13, 12 on the shot clock. That worked very well. Okay, a shot clock reset. So it was a big board adjustment. Seth Miller trying to pull away. Could not get the first pass to connect. Fletcher trying to find it. He's the team's leading scorer. He's got 35. Given away. Green versus gray. Oh boy. That is ripped out. Excellent work from Cole Kirker to force possession away from Seth Miller. Siege on the other side. We see a lot of hacking and whacking between the Shamrocks opponents and the Silvertips opponents when we have the games in Airdrie. And they got a lot of equipment on because they got a lot of absorb a lot of punishment just like that because they're trying to disrupt possession away from inside the net of the opponent. Inside 24 seconds, and appropriately the Shamrocks will take a timeout. With 23 seconds to go, just like in basketball, if you want to make sure you have the final possession, you take a timeout, set up a play that takes exactly 22.8 seconds. and make sure your opponents don't have a chance to respond. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard. Led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, they are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the Lacrosse Academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Still taking applications for summer 2024, and they'd love to have you. CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation and the Canadian Mental Health Association to implement their Talk Today program. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second. What did they draw up in the timeouts? Auger. He's back in after a few games away with an injury. That one too much for Miller. Two Shamrocks in for possession, but the Marauders will take it away and successfully, even with that 6-on-5, eliminate that opportunity for the Calgary Shamrocks and conclude the first period in a 1-1 draw. We are 1-1 after one. Shots 21-9 after the first period. Chris Latondra, in 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North Division, died by suicide at age 25 while battling mental health issues. The Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. Donations can be made by visiting our social media channels for a direct link at CROW LAX TV on Instagram or X. And of course, this June is also Male Mental Health Awareness Month. And believe me, if you need help, there are people 24/7 to help you. And we want you here. The world wouldn't be the same without you. If you need help, we want you to get it. All right, that completes the first period. Let's play two more. We'll come back. They didn't need the full break, and neither did we. Pocheruni, Miller, your 2 goal scorers in period number 1, and a tight battle between these Shamrocks and these Marauders. As I said, the first 2 games, 13-7 and 12-4. So this is going to be a fascinating finish. As I said, the team's season finales are against each other on Sunday, July 14th. Round 1 is that 19th, 20th, 21st weekend of July. Round 2 is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, July 26, 27, 28. And that's where we anticipate the Shamrocks to be. But math only tells half the story. And then the following weekend, the August long weekend, August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, is the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup Junior B Tier 1 Championship in Airdrie. We have got every single game for you here on CROW LAX TV. And that's where these teams want to be. Only one can be from the south. Because if Airdrie Rocky View advance, then the second place team in their division takes the next spot. One team from each division plus Airdrie are your final 5. Can't wait for that one. Scoop pass. Teams switch directions. And another defensive takeaway to begin a period for these Shamrocks in green, going right to left. Ben McLean dropped it off. No lane to the net, as you can see. Inside. Hack and whack in front of Aiden Gorst, but he managed to find a path to the net. Just not into it. There's a couple of bounces. No one quite knew where it was. And Pocheruni's going to have to go chase his stick down. Inside. Crossover. Shamrocks love that play. This time, Soren Nygren a touch inside the crease. Both teams can score quite a few goals per game. But as I was talking about in the intro, both of these goalies' save percentages and goals against averages are outstanding. And Josh Pilser's save percentage just went up a little bit. Inside, de Groot, and he makes 2 in a row. I remember that from June 7th. He had to go down to his knees several times to make stops. Eventually, really struggling physically with one of those legs. And obviously he's gotten some work done here in the last couple of weeks. Inside the dive. A little bit too much inside. And again, the referee right on target. Period 2 underway here in Calgary. Shamrocks versus Marauders. Trying to go the outside edge. No luck for Auger. Trying to set a pick. Excellent work done. The 221s were in a battle. Forgeron. That one off the shoulder. And Sedge. And that set up a great opportunity for the Shamrocks offense. Trouble is, DeGroot's always in the way to stop it from going in the net. There's so many elements of different sports in lacrosse, and pick setting like in basketball is just another example of how adaptable it is and how it's a great combination of many the skill sets and talents and strategies of other sporting events combined together. 2 on the shot clock. Excellent work from the defense. Nothing much more Lucas Harlow could do. So he'll just go back to the bench, and the Shamrocks celebrate a takeaway. To the far side. Nygren looking to make a bounce after bouncing off his opponent. Bounced a little bit too much. It was a touch off the Marauders before it went out of bounds. So that's why it'll stay in the offensive zone of the Shamrocks. Just like in hockey, if it goes off the defensive team before it goes out of bounds, the offensive team gets the advantage. Trying to scoop it around was Blake Robinson, no luck for him, but his teammate was there. That was Jet DePaiva. DePaiva! Couple of staves. At least one pad, if not both of them, helped out Pilsner in that instance. Far side. You could hear that whack from here. But he'll bounce off. Oh! He won't bounce off them all. Seth Miller took a lot of punishment, but Jet DePaiva knew exactly what was happening for him. He was going to the box. Calgary power play. Miller sandwiched between a couple of different Marauders. But DePaiva a little bit too aggressive. First power play of the day for Calgary. Both teams scored on the man advantage when these two teams played each other back on June 7th. The Shamrocks power play has been deadly this year. Time and space. Crossover, back and forth, off the edge of the post and the crossbar. People call that the corner, and that's exactly where it hit on the net. Fresh 30 for the Shamrocks. Nice fake out to the far side. Inside! No luck. Anderson could not corral it for a one-timer type opportunity. And now the Marauders, I said how quickly they can go from one end to the other. This time Robinson will hold up. A couple of fans thought he had time and space to go in on his own. Still a minute 10 on their penalty kill. Dunbar looking for his 30th. The extra man in favor of the Shamrocks. Dunbar was looking for a rebound. Both defensemen were watching the ball instead of Dunbar, despite having the extra man advantage. 50 seconds on that man advantage. 5 minutes into period 2. Just 2 goals in 25 minutes. Back forth. Shots! Again, you see him slide. Ashton DeGroot. He's just wearing shorts, not longer pants like you might think, but of course all of his teammates are wearing shorts too. And the clocks are running after that successful save. And the Marauders, 29 seconds on their PK. Lots of action in the RMLL tonight. The Airdrie Rocky View Silver Tips are hosting Regina. And you can watch that game concurrently with us, put them on one screen, us on the other. And you've got your night all planned out. Shot clock violation, but that's exactly what the Marauders wanted to accomplish, with just 10 seconds left to go on their kill. Waiting for the 5th man, Anderson. Now it's a 5th man for both teams. We're back to 5-on-5. Again, how many times have I mentioned no straight lanes to the net? Quick shot, blocked in front, off the Marauders, but it didn't go into the netting right in front of us. Forgeron, one of the APs, collected the loose ball and went back to his bench. 17 through 21 is the age group for Junior B. A lot of these players would like to move up to Junior A. A lot of these players came from the U17 midget ranks. Crossing it through. And we've got a cross-checking penalty against the man who recovered the ball, Liam O'Dwyer. And it'll be another Okotoks power play opportunity. Shamrocks fans, remember Plumetaria. Remember that name the next time you're looking for plumbing parts. Plumetaria is the #1 recommended retailer for repair parts in Calgary. We got a lot of viewers tonight, both live and on demand. We're so glad you're with us. Big save on the PK for Josh Pilsner. Crossing through the other way. You hear the Okotoks fans cheering. Both competitors in both nets doing their jobs. And the game continues. 120 on the Shamrock kill. 5-on-4 for the Marauders. Crossing it through right there. Perfect spot. Pocharuni got stopped by Pilsner. That is the perfect execution to find the fifth man not being covered. You see the size differential as Pilsner has to make that save. Pocharuni so much bigger than Oliver Miller, but Miller does his job on the defense, on the offensive end. Good matchups for the offensive Marauders in that case. Trying to use any size and speed differences. Again, setting picks, trying to get open. That player was not open. He got double teamed. Fletcher, the extra man, did the defensive work that time. Whoa. The breakaway is in. Talked about it all night, how fast the Marauders can go from one end to the other. And the captain does what captains do. Jacob Harlow, his 15th of the year. It's a shorthanded goal. And the Marauders have the lead. They could not hold the lead last time. Let's see if they can hold it again this time after a power play goal. A power play goal for Okotoks. Face-off violation against the Shamrocks. Crossing through. No luck for Lyric Kluch. Another quick goal may have really taken the momentum down for the home team. Other side, a little shake and bake. Soren Nygren can't get paid off. We are 5-on-5. The Okotoks Marauders take the lead with a power play goal. But as I said, during that less than 2 minutes, you saw the advantage they had on both sides of the floor when it came to the extra man. DeGroot made the first save. Referee gives him a fresh ball, and a 5-on-5 action resumes with 9 minutes gone in period number 2. Being pushed to the extreme on the other side, hanging on to possession. Well done. Inside, trying to go top shelf, and they score. There's some sweet revenge. Jaden Gorst has had the most chances of a Shamrock that hasn't scored tonight. And they'll get the conversion. Blake Anderson doing all the right things behind the net. It's 2-2. Shots 29-14, approaching the halfway mark of this contest. But there is absolutely nothing guaranteed at this stage. To the far side, loose ball in the Shamrock defensive zone. They'll make the recovery and go end to end. Brody Seaborn could feel the breath of his opponent, but did his job and got it across the white line. Setting a pick, 2 picks, inside, great job! Off the edge of the post. Soren Nygren coming close. Gorst has his 5th of the year. Trying to fight a battle inside. Deflected off the stick of the goalie. Getting stopped up, trying to make a second chance. Great adjustment from Robinson. Knew plan A wouldn't work, so he doubled back, tried to make plan B work. The other number 6, Ryan Polton. Interception in the offensive zone, a fresh 30 for the Shamrocks. Again, transition players doing all the right things, and a nice deserved break. No luck on that side for Siege. 2-2, halfway through number 2, period 2. Pilsner is successful in those kind of half-court passes all the time. Little back and forth. Pick set, deflected off the... Well done for Forgeron to get in that way. Now he'll take his defensive position. Well done to stop McLean. Big windup, it's right there, but DeGroot will jump on it inside the crease, so no Shamrock could take advantage. That one will bounce into the Shamrock bench. A fresh 30 for Calgary outside the white line. Over the top. Shamrocks trying to take game 3 of 3 between these two teams. And again, the season finale, July 14th in Okotoks. That could mean a lot, especially for the Marauders. Physicality on the near side, all the action on the far side. Look at the great defensive work, eliminating a chance for anybody to do anything within 30 feet of the net. Absolutely fantastic work from the Shamrocks defense. There was nowhere to go at all, nowhere to pass, nothing. Knocked down from behind was Auger, just coming back from an injury. And it's going to be DePaiva again. Certainly the biggest Marauder out there. It's a 2-minute slashing call with 7:33 left in period 2. It is a Calgary power play. It's going to be Shamrocks and Mounties tomorrow, so no city names needed. Live and on demand, we are here on CROW LAX TV's official online channel. Spoiler-free archives. You never know what the score is until the video is complete. That's our promise. If you want to wait about 3 hours after the start time for the live version to conclude, then play the on-demand version, you will have no idea what the final score was. Good look. Coach Rooney trying to do it again, this time on the shorthand. Pilsner made a big stop. Holding up. 3-way dance. No luck. Nice job. Anderson to Fletcher. Siege was the tic-tac-toe. Inside. And the Shamrocks are coming closer. Fletcher, 35 on the year, has not got 36. They are watching him very closely. Wind up. And the pitch. It's going to roll. And again, DeGroot has that style. And his teammates were there to make sure the white ball did not cross the red line. 6 minutes to go in an entertaining second period. $20 seconds on the Shamrock power play, but the Marauders have the ball. They can get a fresh 30 because it bounced off the netting. But a nice recovery from Mr. Whitmore. Dylan Whitmore. Looks like they're going to try eventually here to make sure they have possession of the ball with 18 seconds to go and set up a 5-on-5 play that they know it's going to take place rather than a 5-on-4 where the fifth man joining back in, DePaiva, who's going to draw his third penalty in a row, could surprise them from behind. Over the top, off the arm, and a fresh 30, and now it's a 6-on-5. I don't think DePaiva knows his own strength. Inside, off the bounce. That would be an over and back call against the Shamrocks, which leads to a whistle, which leads to a power play chance. We didn't even have to take it off the graphic. One ended, and the other one is about to start. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit Work and Play in Fort Saskatchewan. Make sure to check out our 50-50 raffle. We draw it once a month, and July 1st could be your day. Follow the social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram or X or both, and click on that QR code right now to enter the draw that will be drawn for July 1. 50% to you, 50% to the teams and to the league. Oh, nice fake. Another try. Fletcher this time. And the defenseman jumped right in front of it. His leg looked like Croysdale. Excuse me, Robinson. His leg will hurt tomorrow morning, but he prevented an opportunity. A double minor to DePaiva. Three calls, 4 penalties, 8 minutes for Jet. Shamrocks on the power play, but don't have the ball. That one bouncing, still bouncing, but only 4 seconds on the shot clock. What can Moore do? He can collide with an opponent in the net, but kill 30 seconds. 2:55 on the double minor. Again, all the final stats, scoring summary is on the Rocky Mountain LAX page at the end of the game. Again, good work on the defensive side for the Marauders, the PK side. The offensive side, no luck. All right, apparently it's not Jet. It looked like his twin brother, but 4 minutes regardless. As you heard from our loudspeaker a few seconds ago, breaking down the full penalty. And right now, Shamrocks 0 for 3 on the power play. Which is atypical for this club. Back and forth. Inside. Nice anticipation. Blake Robinson followed the ball all the way through and got a great interception. And the Marauders' PK work has been outstanding tonight. Hacking and whacking. You see all the extra time and space. The zone defense here on the 4-on-5. Shamrocks want possession. And that went off the goalie and out of bounds, so it's Marauder ball. But you don't want to make such a mistake that it leads to a clear opportunity for a shorthanded goal for your opponent. 2 minutes on the big board in a 2-2 game. And again, Marauders have possession while killing a penalty. That one deflects off of Blake Anderson. Inside, he scores! 5 green jerseys in the area, but Lucas Crawley didn't care. Shorthanded goal this time. It's 3-2, Okotoks. This is the kind of trouble the Shamrocks found themselves in last time, but again, made the right adjustments and did everything right in the second and third periods to pull away and win by 8. Shamrocks can score, but I don't think they're going to win by 8 tonight if they win at all. Okotoks doing all the right things. The 5-on-4. Another 28 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. Inside. That one could not reach Auger. You can see his frustration. Second chance. Fletcher comes close again. DeGroot got in the way. Rowan Croysdale, 15. We got this black netting in front, so I apologize for some slight issues with numbers. Cole Kirker goes back to the bench after his 2 penalties are completed. And to Jet to Babe, I apologize for that one. Just a large man taking a penalty inside, and they score. Soren Nygren. Shamrocks take something out of the Marauders book, get it from one end to the other very quickly, and convert on the offensive end. The 5-on-5 goal ties the score. So yeah, Jet had the first 2 penalties, but Cole Kirker had the double minor. We are 3-3 with 38.8 in period number 2. This is going to come right down to the end. A nice battle, Croysdale and O'Dwyer. Keep an eye on that going forward. Shamrocks struggling in the faceoff circle, normally have been completely dominant in that area. Okotoks can make some big ripples in the division and in the league if they can get this win tonight. Outside, inside, the slow bounce, and capturing it under his armpit was Ashton DeGroot. You heard it from the PA announcer, how that goal went. Auger with the assist. It's 3-3 after 2. Can't wait to see how this one turns out. You're going to have to come back and join us so that you find out as well. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Period number 3 underway, and Marauders win the opening faceoff. We are tied at 3 between these two teams. And we are underway. They never want the full 10 minutes break. 38-20 the shots after 2 periods. Little scoop pass. McLean does everything he's required to, and he'll actually draw a penalty this time. Look for McLean. 2 Shamrocks wanted it. Marauders take the ball. And this time I'm going to wait for the player to actually go to the box this time. 16, Lucas Crawley. 2-minute slash. All right, 1 in a row, a new personal best. Okay. Yeah, Calgary's got some work to do on the man advantage. Well, the most important thing is taking the lead in this low-scoring contest. 20-16, the combined goals between these two teams in previous matchups. Inside, waist high, no luck, off the bounce, looking for a pass. What an excellent play, and they score! Tic-tac-toe, parallel to the crossbar. Where he found the angle to put it in, I will never know. That is a highlight goal this year for sure. That's what the Shamrocks have done all season long. Up high, down low, left, parallel to the right. And that's a common lacrosse play. De Groot could just not follow the ball in the air. And most lacrosse goalies, no matter what the level, it's difficult for them to do that as well. So very well done to the boys in green. Trying to extend their record to 13-1. Marauders would like to improve on 7-6. Jason Crook and Jeff Thompson getting explanations from the referee. Mr. Thompson very displeased. Their penalty box door is open. Croysdale is going to serve. A cross check after the goal would appear to be the call. I don't want to speculate. But a power play goal and then an immediate power play. Croysdale going back and forth with his coach saying, what the heck is going on? Kirker was the initial penalty, so he got his double minor in the second period, and then another here in the third period. Now it's Croysdale serving for a cross-check. Auger with another assist. Miller with another assist. Inside. Off the pad of De Groot. Fresh 30, 113 on the big board for the power play. A 2-goal lead would be the largest for either team. Trying to go cross court again. Marauders anticipated well, and it just an icing, a hockey-style icing, as Kirker wanted to maintain where he was on a defensive positioning. 50 on the power play, 17 on the shot clock. Trying to go bottom left corner. De Groot was there. sprinting end to end. Simon Forgeron puts on the brakes. Sometimes the coaches will say go, sometimes they'll say hold up. He followed the instruction. Inside on a screen, a perfect screen. And Gallup ties the score on another shorthanded goal. Nicely done. The power play continues, but the score is tied. It's 4-4. One power play goal tonight for the Shamrocks, but two shorthanded goals surrendered. Perfect screen. Talked about that in the first period. Trying to find guys some room and create some confusion for the goalies, and that's exactly what happened that time. Marauders playing an excellent game tonight. 5 on the power play. They're going to go cross court again? Not yet. 5 on 5, 14 on the shot clock. Here's the chance. Over the top. Big bounce. Wide of the net. And that gives Okotoks a chance to go right to left. Holding up. We're back to even strength. Players all over the floor. Hacking and whacking continues. Shamrocks possession. Fresh 30 for them. 3:15 into an already eventful third period. That's the view we want right there. The two number 10s looking for it. Clayton Candy found it. Fresh 30 for Okotoks. 4 new runners on the floor. Kluch tries to attack his player instead of being open for a goal. Great battle between him and Dryden Lee on the near side. The ball is on the other side. Far side. Dryden Lee was covering 2 men, whether he intended to or not. And the Shamrocks got away with it. Diving goal. Not yet. A diving save off a diving goal. And the tempers continue to flare, and Jeff Thompson continues to be frustrated. 4-4, 5 on 5 on the floor. Backhander. Again, man-to-man, he shoots and he scores. Great improv from Okotoks. Max Pocharuni knew he had no outlet. So he thought, okay, well, let's just shoot. And look what happened. It's 5-4, Marauders. This game has been everything we could hope it could be. Again, Shamrocks right back at it tomorrow at 6 p.m. We hope to see you here against the Junior B Mounties. Junior A Mounties call this building home. How about it? He'll shoot. Lower left. Again, the dive and the drop for DeGroot. Lower left corner. Highcamp coming very close. Halfway through the shot clock. Driving through. Jacob Harlow and these Marauders getting more confident as this third period continues. Good look for Harlow. The transition man, Hudson Isaacs. He'll score! Nice little cutter to get inside positioning. Goes lower right and ties it up. No team has led by more than 1 goal. 1-1 after 1, 3-3 after 2. Shamrocks doubling the shot count, 46-23, but both teams finding holes against the respective goalie in this third period. Nice recovery and sprint. Clayton Candy trying to earn a job for next year. Avoids the double team and survives it. O'Dwyer still working on him. Hacked and whacked. Came out of his arm. Out of his stick. But still managed to find a teammate. Gallup. The pass to the far side. Little back and forth. 7 on the shot clock. That one too much for Pocheruni. Referee gets knocked down. And that one hits the ceiling. She gets right back up again. Certainly not the intention, but that's why the referees wear the helmets. And she seems to be no worse for wear. Hacked from behind, double teamed. And everything legal. Great awareness for the Marauders. And it's a perfect transition. Kirker, lower right, blocked in front. Pilsner got in the way. Aiden Gorst could not get absolute possession. So the Marauders are going to try it this time. Gorst with a big hit. Hayden Moore absorbs it. Another cross check. And again, Jeff Thompson not happy. I think he thought that the cross check in that instance was of the same, let's say, quality that his player, Croysdale, was penalized for earlier. Bottom right, top left. 2 stops. Both teams right into this. Both fan bases right into this one. Lower left. Bit of an underhand attempt. No luck. Excuse me. Timeout. Okotoks. Whoa, actually, we've got a bench minor unsportsmanlike against the coach. One complaint too many by Mr. Thompson or Don Haynes or Turner Dirk or Mike Cameron or Steve Harlow. And referee said no more. Power play. Both teams have converted, but Okotoks has 2 shorthanded goals. Back and forth. Bottom right. Stopped. Pad save. And again, a quick sprint. Whether in the air or on the floor, Marauders can go from one end to the other very quickly. Deking his way through. Kluch doing an excellent PK. Backhand, but he was inside the crease. And that will end that play, but excellent reward for killing 20 seconds on that PK. The clock is stopped. Some sweat being cleaned off the floor. CROW LAX TV, your home for the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup, right here on this channel. And we talk about those 50-50 tickets. The draw is on July the 1st. A maximum take home of $10,000. We'd love to give the league 10 grand and you 10 grand. That'd be amazing. July 1. Make sure to check out Fort Saskatchewan. Next time you're up there for a Rebels game, take a look around. It's a nice spot, and they support CROW LAX TV. Also Leading Edge Physiotherapy and Vimy Lacrosse. VimyEdmonton.ca, the Edmonton Lacrosse Academy. All the action right below us. More comments from the visitor bench, and they may have finally gotten what they wanted. A little bit too aggressive. Soren Nygren, he'll go off for a hold. Yes, that's correct. 53 seconds on the Okotoks penalty. So what does 4-on-4 provide? 5-on-5 has been insane. What does 4-on-4 say? It says goal. Just 8 seconds into the possession, the Marauders take another lead. Drew Dunbar. And the 4-on-4 will continue. Shamrocks have lost one game. That was to the Manitoba Blizzard in this building. They're undefeated on the road, but in danger here at home of their second loss. On the outside. Still 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds. 2-goal lead here for Okotoks could be incredibly important with 11 minutes to go on the big board. On the outside, trying to cut in. Nice improv from Kluch to look at a loose ball and take an immediate shot. Pilsner got in the way. And a whistle. And the Shamrock ball. 6 seconds until the Okotoks player comes back on the floor. And that's exactly what the Shamrocks want. Hofstetter took that penalty, or served that penalty for the unsportsmanlike from the bench. 52 on the home side PK. 3, 2, 1, 0 on the shot clock. 43 on the big board. Some excellent work from the Shamrock penalty killers. And they are just as dangerous for shorthanded chances as the Marauders have been if we look back at the entire season. Trying to feed inside, it's there. Somehow Gallup found it in the traffic and got a good chance. Sprinting through everybody is Seaborn. He'll drop it off. Gorst takes the licking and gets a good shot off. Another violation against the Marauders. 9:32 on the big board. Shamrocks 50 shots, but only 5 goals. 5-on-5. Marauders lead by 1. An exciting Friday night of action here at the Stu Peppard Arena. Shamrocks would love to be the host of the South Division Final. Throwing a hit without a stick. Look at the maximum effort from Highcamp. He'll go back and, well, no, he won't. He'll go back to the bench. The stick will stay on the floor. And it's a fresh 30 for the Shamrocks. Absorbing the hit was Siege. And that spare stick behind the net. Siege will go back to the bench. In front, looking for the top shelf. It deflected off the post and out of play. Fresh 30 because it hit the net or the goalie for the offensive team. Seth Miller will double back. Off a bounce, right into the chest protector. And another turnover, another takeaway for the Shamrock D. We are having some fun tonight. Inside. Trying to go lower right. DeGroot did what he had to do. Ashton DeGroot. 10 appearances this year. Carter Weber with 4 appearances. Carson Sproul is scratched. End to end. Off the edge of the stick of Pilsner. It's not a lot of chances comparatively, but the Marauders have had probably a higher quality of chance. Polton looking for someone to pass it to. That spare stick still behind the net. But the referees don't want to disrupt anybody's offensive chance. That went over the top, over the shoulder. Sagelit dropped it off. Soren Nygren. You saw the deflection and the bounce at the red line. Excellent work to get it to Nygren, and then Soren finished it off. That ball can fly very quickly. And before you know that the guy in front of you caught it, as the goalie, it's already in your net. That's the skill of these players. Junior B Tier 1 for a reason. And again, we'll see the Shamrocks against the Mounties tomorrow. Okotoks hosts on Sunday. Inside, just outside the crease area. And a fresh opportunity. Trying to cut it through, knocked away by a stick. Worst case, it's going to be a Nygren found the bounce and converted. Again, all the final stats will be on the website probably later this evening for that full breakdown. And the video is available on demand for anyone fighting for an assist. Great move! A little inside-out fake. And a dive. And Seth Miller smartly runs away from the traffic and the trouble and keeps his mouth closed. Another whistle in front of the visitor bench. Let's see what this is. Croysdale is the penalized player here, and he may be ejected. I think he has been ejected. Hofstetter again will serve another penalty. Croysdale, as you can see, heading back to the dressing room. I was going to say he'll get an early shower, but not until he gets back to Okotoks. Well, we'll see what the referees do with this one. Another shout out to our Shamrocks sponsor, Plumetaria. Remember that name next time you're looking for plumbing parts. Plumetaria is the #1 recommended retailer for repair parts in Calgary. They are also an all-encompassing bath and kitchen retailer with an extensive showroom and more choices than you can imagine. Check them out on Brandon Street Southeast. Plumetaria. Thank you for supporting the RMLL. We have a double minor power play for Calgary. Boy, does this game get more compelling as it continues. Double minor and an ejection. We'll hear from the PA man about what happened to Rowan Croysdale, number 15. Meanwhile, number 5 will have that one knocked away. DePaven didn't know it was coming to him. He'll recover behind the net and retain for his team. Great work from Jet. Jet Taylor, 24, and Jet DePaven, number 5. Jet with 2 T's, by the way. Trying to go lower left. The right leg does the work for Josh Pilsner. 3:15 in the double minor in a tied contest. 6-6. We've had some close games and some amazing finishes on CROW LAX this year. This one could be at the top, if not the top. Once we're done in about 5:05 or maybe 10:05. We'll have to wait and see. 5-minute overtime. If it's not settled in 65 minutes, both teams get 1 point. And Gary Bettman's worst nightmare comes true. 2:30 left on the double minor. Still waiting for the official word on Rowan Croysdale. But him going to the bench, or going to the dressing room, certainly a significant change to this contest. Don't forget about that Marauder shorthanded chance. Around a man, quick shot. Nygren took advantage of the pick, the screen, and got a nice opportunity. And now a second chance. 2:04 on the power play. Taking a step ahead and into the padding of Ashton DeGroot. Now we're into the second half of the double minor. Forgeron, excuse me. Lyric Kluch, far side. Crossing it through, trying to get through three men. Pucciaruni tried to take advantage of the bounce. Players all over the floor, and Ben McLean knows he's getting called. A push from behind, a game misconduct, and a gross to Rowan Croisdale. A 10, a gross, and a game misconduct for Croisdale. Inside, knocked away. Lyric Kluch doing all the right things. Trying to do something on this side is Seaborn. And you betcha! 4-on-4. And Calgary has their first lead in quite a while. Still a minute 12 on the 4-on-4. But yeah, Rowan Croisdale, a 10, a gross, and a game, and an unsportsmanlike. Couldn't quite catch what the second minor was for. My prediction would be another bench minor, but no guarantee. But regardless, Mr. Croisdale is watching this game from behind the glass. Nice little move, cutting in. Second chance, rebound, score. Zane Fletcher finally gets the payoff after hard work all night long. That's 36 on the year and 8 for the team in the game, and the first 2-goal lead for either team. I talked about the importance of the 4-on-4 and how exciting it would be. The previous one and this one have absolutely delivered in that category. This has been fascinating from moment one of this contest. A South final between these two teams would be incredible. Especially a 2 out of 3 back to back to back on the same weekend. But the Mounties are going to have a lot to say. And the Mounties have a chance to improve their standing if they can beat the Shamrocks here tomorrow at 6 p.m. We hope you'll join us live or on demand. Over the top, lower right. Pilsner has come up very big lately. And another hit from behind. This is Gorst. He took his man into the boards. And Frank Gallup stands up. Not perfect, but he stood up. Two hits from behind in a row against these Shamrocks. And it's Aiden Gorst. All right, so there are 16 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Then there will be 30 seconds of 5-on-3. Excuse me, it'll be 5-on-4, then it'll be 5-on-3, then it'll be 4-on-3. The penalty is on the wrong side of the board, but that is an easy fix. 4 versus 3. That's all that matters. Inside. Pilsner was ready to go in any of the 4 corners of the net. That wasted no time at all. Intercepted. Brody Seaborn doing all the right things. He had a great chance that Fletcher was able to take a rebound and payoff for. And the scorekeepers are going to have to fix the board. Right now it is 3 versus 5. Shamrocks. Running around, Nolan Highcamp. That's why you run on the treadmill in December, kids, is to be able to have the energy and the persistence to sprint around like that, absorb the punishment, and still make the play. The scorekeepers are going to adjust the clock. There's not 1:40 remaining in the third period. It'll just take a moment or two to fix based on exactly how much time is left. It is a Marauder power play. It is a 5-on-3. But this gives both teams a chance to chat while this is being resolved. Shot 60-30 at this point. Shamrock with the biggest lead for either team. I'm still not sure that the time is... Now, the penalty time is correct. It's the overall time that is still... Hit that replay button, folks. I can't tell you. I'm not completely sure. Marauders score. It's an 8-7 game. 8 seconds ran off. This scoreboard is completely... There's some major problems. Drew Dunbar looked like he got the goal. It is 8-7. A 5-minute major on the board against the Shamrocks. I was sure there was like 4:40 to go when everything was happening, but they're saying 1:30 on the overall time. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that just doesn't seem right. And then a 5-minute major against the Shamrocks after giving up that 4-on-5 power play goal against. Did I mention this game has been fascinating since the opening faceoff? It continues to be. This will go down in the history books. Certainly in the rivalry between these two teams. Last minute of play. It's a major penalty, so the Marauders can score twice and win this game in the next 48 seconds. Nice stay from Pilsner. Thanks to Jack McKeag for an excellent job on the camera tonight. But is he going to be working for 5 more minutes? That one wide of Pilsner's net. 20 on the shot clock. Another power play for Okotoks, and they score! Drew Dunbar ties it up. 17 seconds to go. And here's the thing. If we go to overtime, that major penalty continues, and the Shamrocks, either in the third period or the fourth period, would have to find a shorthanded goal. Or play to kill the 3:46, or play for the tie, or whatever the heck might happen next. Because who knows what's going to happen next? I certainly don't. This RMLL Junior Tier 1 division has been nothing short of outstanding throughout these 100 and some odd games we played in 2024. A hack and whack. Marauders take the ball away. 6.5 seconds. They take a timeout. An immediate call of a timeout during the play after the Marauders took away absolute possession. And the referee says 6.5 seconds remains in regulation. Croysdale watching from behind the glass. Watched his team fall down by 2 and then tie it up. And they have 6 seconds, worst case, to win it in regulation. They'll still have 3:30 on the major penalty. We're still waiting for the details on that. Shamrocks certainly frustrated after that 8-7 goal. And the power play has made it 8-8. 7.5 seconds now. This is the worst case for the Marauders. Can they win it in regulation? Not quite yet. And the shots are 60-33, but the goals are 8-8. How about 4 more? How about period 4? To go in regulation almost in an instant rather than in 4 minutes. I can't wait to watch this replay, and they scored! It's over! Can you believe it? After all this, Liam O'Dwyer, 8 seconds into overtime. The Shamrocks have been so good in the faceoff dot all year long. That's what possession gets you. Hey, we're not going to kill this major. We're going to win it. We're going to win a face-off, and we're going to go in and score the winning goal. Again, to Groot style. Thank you. Something the Shamrocks seem to have perhaps been able to exploit, because another dive down for him aggravated whatever injury he may have had in this building. So he'll need some medical attention afterwards, but regardless, 9-8 is your final. If you can believe it. Liam O'Dwyer. He's been very good at home in the faceoff circle. And so have his teammates. And O'Dwyer finishes it off 8 seconds into overtime. A shorthanded goal off a major. I was not expecting that. That's what makes lacrosse so amazing, is you can have a goal like that. This game had everything. A couple of bench minors for unsportsmanlike, a gross misconduct to Croysdale. We'll see what comes from that. Unbelievable. 8 seconds into the overtime, Shamrocks win the faceoff at the red line, travel 100 feet in the other direction, find the hole to exploit on Ashton DeGroot and get it done shorthanded, killing a major. That was their best opportunity to have a chance 4-on-5 to win the game, and that's exactly how they did it. So glad you were with us. Recommend this game to your friends because we all need to watch this one again. Shamrocks improve to 13-1. Marauders drop to 7-7. Head-to-head would seem to give the Shamrocks the pennant in the South Division because they've won all 3 games against the Marauders. They'll play them again on July 14th on the last day of Stampede, but expect a Stampede at the Murray Arena because these two teams have likely not seen the end of each other in 2024. Incredible finish. So glad you were with us. Have a happy and safe weekend, folks. We'll see you here tomorrow for more Shamrocks lacrosse, this time against the Mounties. And Marauders fans, you'll see them at home on Sunday afternoon. Have a happy and safe weekend, folks. It's the first day of summer, and what a burner we've seen tonight.